Well, that's right, Jen and Ben. You can see there's actually more media here than voters here in Dixville Notch. This is a tradition here, the first in the nation, the very first to cast their ballots. But believe it or not, the tradition almost didn't happen this time around.
It's that iconic picture of the first ballot going in at midnight. It's like the starting gun for the whole process.
The tradition nearly didn't happen this year when the New Hampshire Attorney General said they didn't have enough residents to hold their own election. Now a single resident who just moved in saved the tradition by being the required fifth voter.
Unbeknownst to me, they were down to 4, and it was handy that I was planning on coming back, so I guess I ended up being the 5th guy.
But Les Otten isn't any stranger to the Notch. He's been living there on and off, an investor working to reopen the Balsams Resort, a ski lodge where voters would go to cast their ballots at the stroke of midnight. In the past, presidential hopefuls like Ronald Reagan have made the trek to the remote town, but Otten says no one has visited so far this cycle.
The last person to vie for my vote was John Kasich, and that was back in 2016.
There are a lot fewer people, a lot more moose, but not as many votes.
Tom Tillotson's dad owned the resort, which closed in 2011, sending all of the staff packing and making Dixville Notch essentially a ghost town. Without the project, Tillotson and his family would be the only people left. While Dixville Notch isn't a reliable predictor of which candidate will win statewide.
It's not as if New Hampshire is holding its breath for these little towns with 5, 6, 10, 20 people to vote.
Tillotson says it's more about the underlying message it sends to the rest of the country.
Here's a town where 100% of the people get out and vote. Just think what would happen to this country's political system if everybody voted.
And now 3 of the 5 voters here in Dixville Notch are here in the building. Those polls can't close at midnight until all of those ballots are cast. Back to you guys.